Road. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tarheels, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Will kick it away first. Out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. To the ground with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the back. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Lopez wants to fire. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's good. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. At the 30. He's at the 10. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. So take the touchdown off the board. What a devastating penalty. Pass interference, waving off the pick six. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Lopez to pass. Looking down the middle. Finds space on the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Breaks the tackle. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Dawes. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Just not enough leg on that kick. He wasn't able to clear the crossbar.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He rifles one deep to the left. Pulls in the deep ball. And they'll bring him down after the long completion. An explosive pass play for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Fielded in the end zone, it's covered. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They think there's room to run to the right here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Lopez wants to fire. Finds his big tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. The Tarheels decide to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. All kinds of room to the right. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ready to fire from the pistol. Lopez to pass. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the ground, it's Goff. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Unloads quickly. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The hand to the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yellow.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
Lopez wants to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Grimes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw again. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Lopez to pass. And the defensive got him at the 27. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Sends it downfield. He's got it for a big play. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's shipped. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Johnson looking to throw. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Give to the back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion from the wide receiver. It's a draw. Tackled at the 16-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and we'll see if they go for it here. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Culliver. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Johnson looking to throw. Fires left. He's got an open man. Oh, and he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Rides the back and leaves it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Tarheels have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Gauze. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up. Got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Gauze. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Lopez wants to fire. Looking to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tarheels. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And they did tack on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Carolina State has it back in the offense headed to the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smothers. Looking for room at the 40. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, as a quarterback, you've got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the 1st down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a...
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Wolfpack. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterback.
And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And a great Great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Tarheels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lopez to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And this just hasn't been his day, man. He's already thrown some interceptions and leaving the ball short, like just not getting to his receiver. He's got to do something to change the mojo up, because right now he's not playing well. And at this rate, he might be going to the pine.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes a grab down the middle. There he goes. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Shep. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They try to pop a run on the draw. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here, because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Smothers. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I
know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They go to the ground. Creates a little room. Turning it on! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Takes the handoff. It Smothers. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the change to measure this one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
They'll try to run for it. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina has it back, and the Tarheels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Johnson wants to throw it. Back open in the middle. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Another incompletion on third down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Right back to the well. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down.
White 53.
Using his legs, it's Scott. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Kick is in the air. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. Just
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes a knee.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.